Welcome back, folks, to World of Warships Legends. I'm Soopa-Dave, and today we are back in Scharnhorst 43. We did do a build and play guide on it too not too long ago, so if you do want to check that out, you can. But we are using Bismarck, as I do with a lot of the German secondary ships. Between her and Hyde is what I use most. But anyway, we're on Warrior's Path. We're bottom tier. We're about to have a fun time, alright? I don't know why, guys, but German battleships like me. I don't always necessarily like them, but they do like me. And somebody asked me a question about the Scharnhorst 43, whether it's worth buying or not. It's a fun ship. I don't ever tell people to how they spend their money. However, if you were, I think the regular Scharnhorst is a little bit better in my opinion, and I think they're both very underrated ships in my opinion. Scharnhorst, man, when you understand that ship, it's a good one. For Scharnhorst 43, same thing, right? Ship's tough as nails. You guys see I'm surviving half my battles while taking 1.4 million potential damage against me, meaning they are really trying to kill me. Now, I probably should have used my speed boost getting to this island. And that would have paid off more because I would have been able to help a little bit more on this Jaeger. However, you're going to see when we get done fighting with this Jaeger, as our secondaries are going off, we're going to have done over half of the damage to Jaeger. That is going to be a running theme on this side of the map here, okay? The reason we're driving in a straight line, we know torps are coming, right? It's critical to get rid of Jaeger. And to be honest, Jaeger torps don't hurt that much. Now they sting a little bit, right? But we were able to get quite a bit of damage off of Jaeger. It was 8,000 before we even really shot anything else. And look at that, a good chunk of his health between us and Katsanis is gone. And to Katsanis' credit, he did go and spot the destroyer for us like we asked. Now we know we have Iowa and Riga here. Riga is going to be a little bit lucky, but also Scharnhorst 43, when you don't build into the main guns, it can be a rough go, right? Let's be honest. You have 43% accuracy when you play this close in. Not ideal. As we're going to get a bunch of overpins on this Riga. And that's going to be kind of our go-to thing here, which is really weird because Scharnhorst 43 doesn't normally overpin a whole lot. These guns on both Scharnhorsts, you're not going to overpin a lot of cruisers. We're going to get a gross-looking salvo out of that and hit 2 shells at 8 kilometers on a broadside Iowa. It happens. You get them salvos out of that, but our secondaries are going to town, right? I have not stopped really going forward at all. Reason being is we can take the damage. Also, we want to go ahead, get ourselves in a really nice little spot here, which we're about to do. We're going to get ourselves tucked up on this island. And Riga, we've done almost all the damage to Riga with our secondaries, right? Our main guns haven't done a whole lot to them. Now, one thing about this Riga player I could not figure out is why he doesn't load up HE, right? You could break a bunch of secondaries, and I also don't know why he kept staying in range of my secondaries. That was not a good idea for him, especially because Scharnhorst 43's secondaries very good at starting fires, right? Tanky ship, good at starting fires. Now he's getting a little bit of damage shooting AP, but I mean, it's not what he should be. If he would have been shooting HE, he could have been breaking my guns, and also, honestly, probably starting some fires, right? I know it's a Riga. AP is fantastic, but sometimes you got to choose the right ammo, right? We're going to go ahead, take a lineup on Hector, or shot on Hector, just to try to finish him off. Obviously, it's 6 kilometers. We're probably not going to hit the broadside of him. But when you do get close up in the ship, it gets accurate like anything, I guess. But you have to be pretty close up. Like, you can see I know what I'm doing. I'm waiting for this Iowa, right? He has to push up. We have the cap, so we're going to speed up time. I'm very patient. I'm just waiting. I know he's coming. He has to be coming, right? Otherwise, this is going to be the easiest win of all time. We just control this side of the map. Sure enough, he gets spotted. Ooh, Scharnhorst has some great torpedo angles, don't it, though? Our Hector, I don't know why he panic smokes here at all. Also, if you guys didn't know, we got our torps off. He got his torps off. We blast them. We get a citadel. Obviously, doing a huge amount of damage. We did more than half, obviously, because otherwise Hector would have had a depth strike. We get radared. Why would Riga radar? I know he wants to see us, but that lets me know he's close. I'm gonna come flying around this corner now because I know Riga's here, and that's bad for his health. All right. Also, if you didn't notice, our Rochester, like 5 minutes into the match, of course, gets a clear sky because it's a Rochester. This Riga, so lucky. 5 overpins. Just couldn't believe this. But our secondaries are hurting them a little bit, so that's always good, right? And we're just going to angle to him because he's going to keep shooting HE or AP. No problems. I'm not worried about it. We'll just angle through his AP. Not too scared. So our Rochester's probably going to shoot down 47,000 planes because I believe it was a Kaga on the enemy team trying to kill him, which is hilarious because you guys have seen me, Rochester, one of my favorite ships, do similar things like that where we shoot down just a crap load of planes. But we're going to switch over to HE because he's starting to get to the point that he needs to angle a little bit too. And to be honest, with HE, we're more likely to do something to this Riga than the luck that we're having with the AP when he's making himself skinny. But you can see our secondary is just whittling them away, which is nice. And we're going to go ahead and just continue to push up, right? We do switch back over to AP just in case the carrier gets spotted. You can see I'm looking over for the carrier. Don't know when he's getting spotted or not. He's probably, still shooting or probably going after. Yep, he is too. Rochester's got planes on him again. Rochester's going to shoot down a bunch of planes. So that being said, we get the assist, 3 assists on this side, but we did more than half health to all the guys over here. And the Kaga gets spotted. And this is a tale of 2 salvos. Alright, we send our first salvo out, and nothing happens. With the rear guns, still, nothing really happens. That's not too impressive. Rochester's going to shoot down more guns. You're going to see Rochester's got a good XP game. I think it's just because he shot down a million Kaga planes. Kaga finally starts to go after us. We're going to shoot down a couple of his planes. We're going to get our high caliber, absolutely mauling him with that last salvo. And our secondaries go off. But again, we're not going to get the kill. We're going to get an assist. I think Hector is going to steal this one. Yeah, Hector steals this one. We also get a Dreadnought. Pretty solid match, right? So, for what it is, in a secondary ship where you don't get much XP, 2600 XP game is pretty darn solid. Anyway, you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time, folks.